Hello and welcome to the first RNCS podcast. Today I'm
Oh,
joined
heck
by
yeah.
Hallowz and Wingnut.
Hello.
And let's just start. Let's start out basic. Go over the room. We got the logos in the back, so you know what we're, talking about. And then we got the champions up front here. Who's your favorite?
Um, Kyle, because he's pretty cool.
That guy hasn't raced since season 2 or something. And then we
Season
have
1.
Spaff over here. He's just there because his car looks cool, I guess.
Yeah.
The Daytona 500 winners, and then the Clash and All Star winner from last season. So, without further
I
delay,
do.
delay.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and start with the first question. How do you guys think you will perform?
I mean, I think I'll perform pretty good. From last season, I got some pretty good finishes, pretty consistent. But I think either this is my chance or I do other stuff in my life, and I don't know.
Wingnut?
I feel from last season, I feel like I can copy that over into this season, but actually do decent in playoffs.
I mean, yeah, you were really great last season. Those 3 wins, they were probably pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
And it just sucked when it came to the playoffs because that's when everything started to crumble and
Yeah, I
fall
just had
apart.
some last minute stuff that popped up.
It's like the worst time for that to happen ever.
Yeah.
Next, I'm gonna go into team standards. Now I know you don't own a team, but how do you feel about your teammates?
Well, Bean Man, when he does show up, I feel like it'll be nice to have just a little bit of a helping hand. And I don't remember who my other teammate is.
It's Tobias.
Okay, well that one's out of the picture.
How do you own a team? Probably one of the
Yes.
stronger teams. What are your
Mm-hmm.
goals? What do you think?
I think one of us on the team to make it into the championship or win the championship. I mean, I think I have a strong team. I mean, Jackson, my favorite person.
Okay, this
And
is
and he's pretty good at road racist.
only
And
only sometimes.
only sometimes. And then Nook, rookie, he's pretty good. I mean, I like him having on the team. His Martinsville show up was really good. And then Jar Jr. He does really good when he shows up. And he hasn't shown up since
The championship 4.
Yeah.
After saying that can kind of help me transition. Duel performance. We know you won your duel. What do you think you're gonna do going into the 500?
I'm gonna try and hold off that first place position and see how well we do. I mean, considering I just won the Clash, I have some decent momentum moving into this 500.
You definitely have a
And
lot. You've won every single race you've been a part of in season 4. Hallowz, the same cannot be said at all for you. You've been a back runner to say the least. You think you could fix that going into the 500?
Yeah, think I could fix that. Unlike Wingnut, who will probably sweep the preseason of Daytona.
He already did. The preseason's
but
done.
like that's the point. Yeah, no, but like this is technically the preseason.
Technically, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
But yeah, I think I could change some parts on my road racing car. And maybe get the max win.
Oh yeah.
I want to talk about Z-Man. We hate this guy around here. He was supposed to be on this podcast, but we got a replacement. Sub. Sub. Z-Man has like 8 wins, and he's like, all of them are like last lap Last lap
Last
Rex,
lap,
probably.
Yeah.
Except for probably Darlington, maybe?
I mean, Darlington. Oh,
he
wait, no,
still
no,
didn't
no, no.
technically even win that, but like.
Yeah. Bowser wrecked at the finish, actually.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about Z-Man. Do you guys think he's
I
due
mean,
for a championship, or is he just lucky?
lucky.
I think he's just gonna be a Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin, Z-Man.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, there is a way that he's gonna like get into like a championship, but he's not gonna win the championship.
I mean,
Like he'll compete
yeah.
for it, but I don't. His luck runs out at Homestead.
And that's
He,
the funny thing. He wins like everything in the regular season. Comes to Homestead. Whoa! I can't save the car.
So
it's like he just goes brain dead.
Kind of like YM when he's officiating. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Anyway,
Let's go ahead and talk about the new tracks. Bristol Dirt, New Hampshire. Bristol
Wait,
Dirt's
New
gonna be a
Hampshire new?
mess. Yeah, I think Bristol Dirt's
Oh,
gonna be a
goodness.
mess.
Oh
Gonna be-
yeah, I mean, we did it in tryouts. It was, bad with a lot of people there, but with the field cap, I think we can make worth of something there.
I don't even know about that. New Hampshire might be fun though. Short tracks are really good in this league for no reason.
Yeah.
Intermediates or like short tracks are the best in RTS.
North Wilkesboro was even pretty good. I'd
Well,
argue
yeah.
to say it was better than both
I mean,
duels.
you gotta look at Richmond from last season too.
That was one of the greatest races
Races.
in RCS. And also
Well, I
one of
mean,
the greatest
and
winners
it's
in RCS.
And it was a really big crash too.
Oh,
Crash of the season
Alex-
last year.
That
Yeah.
right there. I think great winner.
Isn't it kind of funny how Wingnut has been involved in both of the contenders for Wreck of the Year, and yet he's still regular season champion? Anyway,
Yeah.
he's like, he's one of the most. I think people are overlooking him. I think people are just thinking he's going to do the same thing as last season. He's going to sell in the playoffs. Guess what? I don't think so.
Stopping you right there, bud. I don't
Okay.
think you.
I am. No, I think he'll make a deep run this year, and Wingnut could
Yeah.
probably agree with me.
As long as I don't have last minute things, I'm for sure going for.
As long as he's not in a Gorilla Tag tournament.
Same with you. I'll probably have last minute stuff too.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
Wonder why.
Hold on, let me,
Yeah,
Mom,
actually-
let me RCS while I'm go kart, please.
Yeah, he's gonna be kart racing while diddle dabbling on his iPad playing RNCS.
Oh my god, I win RGS!
I would not doubt it.
Instead of having like a holder, it's just gonna be like a little stand.
Yeah. Oh, what are your guys' goals going into the season? Not team wise, but like your guys' like your own perspective on yourself.
Well, get rid
I'm not
of that.
sure.
I'm gonna try and take away that undeserved win record of Zach's.
Hallowz goal, show up.
Show up and hopefully somehow get into the championship 4. Hallowz has never been into a champ 4 in his life. Hopefully he can make one this season. Ooh,
You need it.
sweet. Please, why am I need this?
That's what Z-Man said, and it worked out.
Yeah.
Speaking of Z-Man, that little guy gets into the championship 4 by luck every single season. And then it just falls all apart. He stumbles on the steps at Homestead. He probably slips on his face in the intros. He doesn't know what he's
He-
doing.
Looks like
His
my
brain
dumb-
becomes a mush. It's just like,
Yeah. How do I turn the car on?
yeah, he turns into Homer.
While on the other hand, Fungi comes alive in those championship wars. I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah.
I personally think Fungi is going to make a deep playoff run.
He always does. Be so for
Yeah, he
real.
always
Well,
does.
yeah, I mean, he's due for a championship.
He has one.
He already has one.
He's due for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's due for a second.
Still, I think he can get another one. I mean, he's definitely worthy to.
He shows the speed. He shows the consistency. He
Very
definitely
shows
shows
the
the
luck.
win total.
And just his luck.
Kansas.
But wow, my luck sucks, and
Where?
yeah.
Where? All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on to D2. Any picks for D2?
Moses.
Moses is a big
I
one.
think that's I think that's a good pick. Mine is split between 3 drivers, and if they show up, like big thing, if they show up.
If keyword.
So keyword. I think it's either gonna be Corey, Trey, or Hollywood. I mean, they have a lot of experience they don't have a lot of experience in D1, but they do have some experience in D1, and I think they can get it done.
I mean, the main thing with your pick, Wingnut, Moses, is it seems like he's only good at intermediates. You know what I mean? It seems like he can only win there. But there is a lot of them. So, I mean, he could definitely make the run. I just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's really iffy on half of these drivers here in D2. Most of them are all new, like Hanky, Moses. Danny isn't really new, but
He hasn't been here for a while.
Yeah. Person named Taki. And then Thunderboy. Yeah, I think Spike is going to be pretty decent if he gets enough time in D2. I mean, yeah, he's new and stuff, but once he gets the knowledge of other drivers and if he shows up, importantly, I think he will do pretty decent and could reach for a championship if that's his main goal.
I mean, yeah, he looks to be a prospect for your team. I think that's going to about do it. We could talk about rivals probably in a future podcast, and we can let the people figure that out themselves because Daytona is going to be something. I will link your guys' Hallowz YouTube, Wingnut's TikTok, and whatever, and the Discord server in the description. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the second podcast.
Toodles!